good money. All right, we're gonna try to get through this as quickly as possible so we can get back. But this is the pre-conference of our TKES. You know, we did our orientation, our last meeting, and then if you go onto the TKES platform under orientation, under that block, it'll give you a familiarization. That's just to, you can look at that and it'll help you guide you through. And hopefully everybody has done this self-assessment. Everybody should be signed off on the orientation. If you have not, please go and sign off on it. You don't have to show on your face if you haven't, but if you have not, please go ahead and sign off on the orientation. At the bottom it says accept. On the self-assessment, once you do the self-assessment, you have to share it first. Once you do the little drop-down box and you share it, then to do the drop-down box again and finalize it. And that's how you get that little green check by your, on your thing of self-assessment. And then when I check the big thing, when I open up mine, it will tell me who have signed off. We don't want to get behind. We got a little bit behind last year on sign-offs. If we finish a walkthrough and if we send you anything that needs to be signed off on, while you're thinking about it, go ahead and sign off on it. And that way, at the end of the year, we're not. Y'all know how we had to do last year. Someone's had to run back and we had to do a big class on signing off on stuff. So,
on that, the self-assessment part yesterday.
yes, sir.
When I was finishing mine, I didn't find a check. I went through it twice. Now, Alice, you said Marcy did something.
You gotta share.
You have to share it. It's a little box. You have to do a little drop-down box. You have to share it. And once you share it, go back and finalize it.
There's no words, Andy, but there's like a circle. There's a circle.
You kind of got to figure it out.
It's a little different than last year.
You share it on it's a box.
It's kind of up there.
And it looks a little different than it does in that step 2, because in step 2 it shows you to share, but when you go to actually do it, it does look a little different.
Yeah,
Those
you
are all
don't have,
instructions.
what y'all used to is a little box that says share, and you just click share, but this one is a little square with a little circle right next to it, and it's got a little arrow that can drop
Kinda like
down.
the top left.
Just click on that little arrow, and it'll say share. You hit share, it'll give you that little click, and you hit that same box and hit finalize.
Okay.
And it'll show it to you. You see?
I got you, Andy.
Thank you.
Yeah, somebody run over and help. All right, our pre-evaluation conference. Of course, it follows our orientation and self-assessment. You have to start thinking about what your professional growth or your professional development, or professional growth, whichever one fits you. You have to start thinking about what it is, what you're going to do. And like I said before, it counts towards your recertification. But I will be passing out the forms like you did last year, when you kind of fill them out, because I have to approve it, and then I have to sign off on it. So I will be passing the forms out. Like I said, we'll all be on that's kind of the full process schedule. We're in this phase right here, and this is kind of the process. We're going to try. Now, we may do more than the required walkthroughs. You know, we'll give you feedback, but we have to do a minimum of what you see here, and a minimum of 2 formatives, and then, of course, a summative, and then we'll do, in January, we'll do our mid-year conferences. And in the conference, I'm allowed to either do it individually or as a group, like I'm doing now. So that's your pre-conference. Any questions on the process? Yes, ma'am. 1 second, Josh.
So if I went through and I shared, but I didn't finalize, if I saved and closed, I need to go back in and finalize?
If you didn't get your check,
You
you
didn't
didn't
get a check.
All right, somebody has a
I'll have
question?
to check.
We'll do it the second time.
Oh, okay. Okay, so if you would, there is a checkoff for pre-conference. You go back after today, you part of the pre-conference is the orientation, is the self-assessment, and then this little talk I'm giving you today. As far as our pre-conference is concerned. So that is you have to check off that you had your pre-conference. So today, if you go back this morning, if you go ahead and check it off, we're gonna try to stay up with our check-offs. Any questions on the TKES process? Some of you new teachers, I realize some of y'all are not even on the platform and don't have the passwords. Is that accurate? Okay. So we'll call over to the board and get you all set up. And then once we get you all set up, I'll shoot you an email saying that you're set up to go. Okay? Any other questions?
So we're talking 4 formatives and 2 summatives?
At least.
Okay.
2 formatives and 1 summative.
Oh, okay.
Walkthroughs, 4 walkthroughs, 2 formatives, and 1 summative. That process was more for administrators when they did flex or the full. That process wasn't for y'all. It was more for the administrators and gave us a choice of whether we need to do the flex or the full. Okay. So since we're starting these E's and got E's flying all over everywhere and trying to start things new, I told the administrators we're going to do the full. So that was more for us than y'all. Also, with the teachers and our content areas that's doing the E's, talking to Mr. Rash yesterday, you know, last year we had like certain days to do halt time, which was our differentiation. In those E's, what I'm gonna let you do is give you that flexibility because sometimes it's not as ABC as it was last year. So you have the flexibility to incorporate that differentiation into your lesson where you see fit. Okay, now I'm talking to the ones with the E. Those of you that still on the regular stuff, y'all follow your normal schedule. I'm talking about my content areas that's incorporating E's, okay? So as far as differentiation, it's not a set day. It's, you know, as you go and when you get to a spot where you're doing some type of evaluation, you see students that need a little bit of help. Plus in the E process, if you're doing it correctly, then a lot of that differentiation can be built in when you're going to put them in your groups. So as we walk in and we're looking at that and the kids are in the explore or the evaluate or the elaborate phase, that's probably where we should see some of that differentiation and in those groups as far as, you know, you walking around and stuff like that. So you can get credit for that, doing that, those of us that's doing our E's. All right, those of us that's on the regular process, then we still have our differentiation days and reading days and stuff like that. Any questions on that? Okay. All right, those of us that have children, okay, I'm gonna have one over here next year, so it applies to me as well. Our children do not get preferential treatment. Okay, I cannot have a parent telling me, well, the teacher's children don't go through metal detector. I can't defend that. I can't defend that. When my 2 was here, and Coach Hope can tell you, when we were in the old building, and the 1 or 2 times they rode with me, if I took them through the front with me, I took them through the metal detector. No children come through these side doors and all of that. I cannot defend that. Okay? So next year when my daughter's here, if she does ride with me, I'm gonna take her, because those doors open at 6:30 down there in the cafeteria. So if she does ride with me, I'm gonna take her down there and drop her off, or she comes through the front, she gonna come through that front, and I'm gonna take her through the metal detector myself. We can't take our children through these side doors. Okay, as soon as a parent sees that, and I'm getting on a kid for something in a metal detector, and then they throw up in my face, well, your teachers take kids through the side doors, then what am I gonna say? Okay, so if we have children, they do not get preferential treatment. They come through like every other child in this school. Okay, and like I said, I'm gonna have one up here next year, and I guarantee you, and when my 2 was here, I guarantee they went through every metal detector. Even if we got here, if they got here at 7 in the morning when nobody was looking, I took them through the metal detector myself. They took off their belts and I cleared them myself. So we have to do that. Okay, like I said, those Cafeteria doors open at 6:30. As teachers, if we come through the front, all right, we have our cards, and this was some last year. You can come through those doors, and you even got a scanner on the office. If you come through there, you're fine. If you come through that front, you have to go through the metal detector. Okay? So just remember, if you come through that front right there, you have to go through the metal detector. So use your scan cards. Even if you come to the front, I know there's, I don't know if it's one, I think it's one over here too. You can come through those little, what do you call it? The little rooms on the side of the office. You can come through there. But if you come through those front doors, you have to go through the metal detector. Okay? That came from when we talked about that last year. All right? But I cannot have a parent telling me that we've given our teachers' kids preferential treatment. Okay? All right? All right, anything else? Anything else we need to talk about? When you talk about them children, we'll get personal, don't it? I know, I have mine too. I know it kills the vibe and all of that because it's hard to separate, but we have to. Okay, we have to. Yes, sir.
I mentioned something to Ms. Ingram yesterday about it because the teachers that have SLOs, we weren't aware that they were in the building, or not everybody was, that they were here yet because we didn't get an email about them. And so I let her know about that, but since she's not in here, I was just going to say maybe we could make an announcement that they're here.
All right, if you're ready, I guess you said if you're ready to start your SLOs, just see Ms. Ingram, and we can get those SLOs started. Okay? All right. Any other questions or concerns? All right. Thank you, and have a great day.